The Evolution of Squids, a historical poem. A calm evolution takes place in the tranquil depths where the sun sets and the shadows reach infinity into the abyss. Ink and light, rather than stone, have been used by the squid to write its story here, amidst the whispering currents and rolling tides. This story, which is as old as the ocean itself, is one of change, resiliency, and an intellect that lurks beneath the waves like a ghost. The ocean nursed the earliest cephalopods long before trees covered the world and even before the first organisms crawled on land. Life teemed in those primordial waters in odd, exotic species that were unaffected by the outside world. Like the nautilus today, the squid's predecessors were armored organisms with rigid houses made of shell and symmetry. Their spiraling shells provided both buoyancy and shelter as these ancient creatures drifted through warm, shallow waters. They flourished for millions of years, a silent, floaty presence in an unformed planet. Evolution, however, is restless. It doesn't hold on to the past or give those who don't change permanence. Some of these animals eventually gave up their inflexible exoskeletons, choosing freedom over the protection of a shell. They evolved into fluid beings with delicate, changing forms, freed from the burden of armor. They learned to dart, twist, and disappear in an instant as they glided through the water with ease. They gained speed and flexibility in exchange for the protection they sacrificed. This change brought about something extraordinary. A mind started to stir. True intelligence is not just a set of reflexes. It is self-awareness, the ability to solve problems, the ability to be dishonest, and the ability to play. They had to be cunning to outsmart the predators that lurked in the deep because of their fragile bodies. They acquired the ability to imitate, to instantly transform into coral, sand, or shadow, altering the color and texture of their skin. Their wide, unblinking eyes sensed the environment in ways we still don't fully comprehend, taking in movement and light and deciphering the sea's language with a spooky, perceptive look. The class Cephalopoda, which means head-foot, and is an appropriate term for a creature whose limbs extend from where a head should be, is where science has placed these species in the grand taxonomy of life. They belong to the same category as octopuses, cuttlefish, and the timeless nautilus, but they are further subdivided into the order Teuthida, which is made up of the genuine squids. From the small bobtail squid, which is barely bigger than a dime, to the deep-sea giants, which span more than 40 feet from tentacle tip to tentacle tip, this order is home to more than 300 species. Evolution has sculpted their bodies into a masterpiece of efficiency and camouflage, making them unlike any other. A squid's sleek, tapered shape, designed for speed, gives it a basic appearance at first glance. However, beneath that sleek appearance is a complex structure, a biological engineering marvel. Although it has no bones, a relic of its shelled existence is concealed under its soft mantle, a gladius, or pen, a thin, chitinous structure that acts as a stand-in for a backbone. In order to survive in oxygen-poor waters, the body needs blue, copper-rich blood, which is continuously pumped by 3 hearts enclosed in the mantle. Their gift, the key to their speed, is propulsion. Instead of being constrained by the current's languid drift, they move deliberately, propelled ahead with unexpected force by a burst of water released from their siphon. Their tentacles trail like silk ribbons in the dark, and they are dancers of the deep, whirling in spirals of movement and abruptly changing direction. They leave behind a mist of ink, a phantom of themselves, and an ideal deception to fool anyone who would try to kill them if they have no other option but to flee. Their tools, weapons, and means of survival are their limbs, which are laced with suckers and occasionally pierced with small hooks. 2 larger tentacles lash forward like whips, quickly capturing unwary prey, while 8 agile, dexterous arms are used for grasping and manipulating. Because hunger in the ocean knows no loyalty, they quickly devour anything they catch with their beaked, merciless mouths, including fish, crustaceans, and even other squids. They are, nevertheless, bonded to the water in a manner that few other creatures are, despite their distinctions. From the sunny shallows to the dark tunnels where pressure crushes and temperatures linger just above freezing, squids can be found in almost every ocean. Some, like the Humboldt squid, glow red and white like living lightning as they travel the Pacific in swarming, hostile shoals. Others, such as the enormous squid, remain mysterious specters of the deep, emerging only when they are unlucky enough to get entangled in a fisherman's net, or when they are visible by the scars they leave on whales. Some became very large as a result of evolution. Giants were formed deep in the depths, where sunshine never reaches and pressure crushes. Myth blended into reality, the huge squid, the monstrous squid. These giants, whose existence is only verified by the marks they leave on whale corpses, lurk where human eyes can hardly catch a glimpse of them, their arms like drifting nightmares. They are the intriguing and elusive ghosts of the deep, the custodians of old legends. However, life is short, even for the tiniest of their kind. Squids flame brightly, live quickly, and then go. Only a few years or a few months are used to measure their life. After hatching, hunting, and falling in love, they disappear as though the sea itself had taken them back. In her last gesture of love, a female squid keeps a silent, steadfast watch over her eggs. She just looks after the following generation till her body gives itself up to the deep. She doesn't eat or go. This sacrifice has a peculiar, melancholy beauty that serves as a reminder of the brutality and lyrical design of nature. Squids are transitory, their presence like a breath released into the immensity of the ocean, despite their intellect and skill at adaptability. The paradox of life is that they are both timeless and transient. By embracing the art of metamorphosis and letting go of the past, they have become the greatest survivors in a world that is always changing. Thus, the squid keeps traveling through waters as old as time, hidden from most people. It has no desire to be remembered and no fear of forgetting. It's just a whisper in the dark, a swirl of ink, a flicker of light. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more interesting videos.